Well, we just woke up to some surprising news. Not so much the news itself, because the Legends of Runeterra community knew this was eventually coming, but that the news came on a Saturday of all days. Riot just launched a new Legends of Runeterra trailer promoting the game and revealing that the game will officially release on April 30th for both PC and mobile. The trailer is amazing, by the way, so you should definitely go check it out afterwards. But that's not all. We're also getting a new set of cards that include a new region. So let's go over what they've revealed so far. Before we start, this info comes directly from the Legends of Runeterra newsfeed on the official website for the game. I'll be going over most of what's here, and there are a few things I'll be diving deeper into as I have some additional thoughts on certain pieces of news. But I won't be covering everything. I'll leave a link to this post in the video description below if you want to check out the full notes. So, Legends of Runeterra, as we stated, officially launches on PC and mobile April 30th. There will not be a content wipe. You will keep everything you've earned or purchased so far. There will be cross-platform play and accounts, so you can play and earn rewards on both mobile and PC for the same account. And there is some more detailed information that we'll be going over later in the video regarding this in the FAQ section. The beta season will end and a new ranked season will begin. So if you haven't hit Masters or whatever rank you want to hit in open beta season, you've got until the end of this month to do it. We'll also go over the details of the rank reset later in the video, as it's something I've personally been wondering about since open beta started. And what's most exciting is that Legends of Runeterra will launch with a brand new set of over 120 cards, including a new region. So not only are we getting new cards and a new region, but we get a glimpse of what the size of future sets beyond this next one will look like. 120 cards is roughly the same size as a Hearthstone expansion, which actually makes sense. I mentioned before in my Runeterra wishlist video that the base set for Legends of Runeterra is around 315 cards, which is smaller than Hearthstone's base set, which had nearly 400 cards in it, if I remember right. Card and champion reveals will begin soon and continue through launch. And there's a bunch of links if you go check out the full notes on their website to their YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. So we're about to enter what is known in the card game business as spoiler season, which is always a very exciting time for any card game getting ready to release a new set. There's a lot of hype that will be built in the coming weeks. These are card spoilers that I fully intend to cover as things get revealed in the coming weeks, and give my thoughts and predictions on where these cards will have the most impact, if they have any impact at all. So make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell below to guarantee that you don't miss out on those future videos and any other Legends of Runeterra content that I put out. But there's more to cover, so let's jump into the details regarding the official launch, how cross-platform play is going to work, how the rank reset is going to work, and more. So first off, we've got a funny bit from Riot regarding what the new region is going to be, and I definitely appreciate when devs use humor in these things. But what makes this even funnier is that a few weeks ago, there was some information that was data mined from the game, and what was discovered was that there were quite a few voice lines in the game that aren't being used yet, among other things found. And most of these voice lines aren't for the cards already in the game. They're for cards that haven't been released yet. I'll leave a few links to that information in the video description below for those that are curious, but this isn't the first time the game has been data mined, so I'm tempering my expectations. My personal guess on the new region? Well, based on what's been data mined and reading the comments from my previous YouTube videos, I'm betting on Bilgewater. It seems like it's by far the most popular region in League of Legends lore. So when can we play with the next set of cards? The next set of cards will come to PC with patch 1.0, which will go out at approximately 10 a.m. April 28th Pacific time. That is 1 p.m. Eastern for those on the East Coast in the US. Card and champion reveals will begin soon and continue through April 27th, when we'll make data for the new set available to third-party developers. So head to your favorite community site or app to check out the full reveal. So, we are finally moving to patch 1.0, just as Riot has stated in previous patches we've gone through during open beta. What's interesting is that the new set is going to drop on the 28th. The official launch isn't until April 30th, when mobile gets access to the game. So PC players that got into the game will get access to the new set 2 days early, which is an interesting approach. Overall, I'm a little concerned that the new cards and official launch are happening at basically the same time. It kind of feels like too much all at once. But on the other hand, after being in the community for a while, we're starting to get hungry for a new set of cards. So this is a breath of fresh air for those of us that have been playing the past few months. So when can you play on mobile? Once patch 1.0 is released to PC, Riot will begin distributing the mobile client to the Play Store and App Store. Depending on where you live, it may take anywhere from 4 to 48 hours for you to see the app in your store. On April 30th, mobile should be fully live in all launch regions, and Legends of Runeterra will officially be launched. But Legends of Runeterra will not be launching in China or Vietnam at this time. After the new card set drops on PC on the 28th, Riot is going to start rolling out the mobile client for the game. So even though the official release date is the 30th, that's just the date when everyone on mobile will have access to it, with the exception of China and Vietnam for now. It is possible that if you're on mobile, your area will get access to the game before the 30th. I don't know the full details of this, so someone can correct me in the comments, but Riot did release a test version of the game on mobile to the Singapore region a while back, likely in order to test the mobile version in that area first to work out any kinks. The few people that I've seen that did get access to that early version had nothing but positive things to say about the mobile client, and that the game looked good and played well, which was very exciting to hear at the time. Just by looking at the game, however, you can tell it's always been designed with mobile in mind, so it's not too big of a surprise. So how will the accounts work on mobile? While a Riot account will not be required to access Legends of Runeterra on mobile, we strongly encourage you to use your existing Riot account or create one, as a Riot account is required for cross-platform play and sharing your account progress between PC and mobile. They also can't help you with account recoveries if it's not a Riot account. If you don't have a Riot account, you can create one when you first log in, or in the settings menu if you originally log in on mobile using your Google Play or App Store account. This means you will need a Riot account if you want to use the same card collection you have for both PC and mobile. Otherwise, you'll end up with a separate account, quote unquote, for mobile. I will say this is actually going to be fine for some people. Several players have already set up multiple accounts to play on even now, sometimes even within the same region. And these aren't just Masters players either. So this might end up just being an easy way to have two different accounts for some people. Personally, I still only have one account and want to play with that same account across every platform for now. If I do ever get a second account, it won't be until later, but I tend to stick to one account for almost every game I've played throughout the years. Moving on to the minimum specs and the supported operating systems required to run Legends of Runeterra. I won't spend too much time on these. For Windows, these are basically the same requirements as Hearthstone. Although if that's the case, I'm curious on whether or not Runeterra is able to run on something that doesn't have a GPU, if the CPU is powerful enough. Now, I want to stress that you should only follow these spec requirements that are here to be safe. But the reason I'm personally curious is because I was able to initially run Hearthstone on an old laptop I owned that had no GPU in it when that game first came out. And Hearthstone's spec requirements listed a GPU back then as well, but that was back in 2014. Anyway, Mac will still not be supported, unfortunately, and I just have a feeling there will be a sizable group of players that are going to make us think about it. Mac support has been asked about since basically day one of open beta. with the response back then being that it would be looked into, but didn't know when it would actually be available. I'm not a Mac user, but it is sad to see that Mac still either seemingly hasn't been figured out or that it might not ever happen. For iOS, it's best to have an iPhone 7 or newer, otherwise you could run into performance issues. And basically any Android phone that's been released since 2015 should be able to run the game on minimum specs. So, what languages and regions will LOR support at launch? LOR currently supports English, Korean, Japanese, French, Italian, German, and Spanish. In Spain, Spanish in Latin America, and Portuguese for Brazil. With launch, we'll add traditional Chinese, which will be text only, Turkish, and Russian. Several of these regions had language support for them added in the last mini patch we had this past week. Is there a beta reward? So as a special thank you to our beta players and everyone who joins us at launch, all accounts that log into LOR by 11:59 p.m. Pacific time on May 7th will receive an exclusive Moonstruck Poro Guardian. The next day we'll begin distributing the reward, and you should see it in your collection within 24 hours. If you still don't see your Guardian after 48 hours, please contact player support. Don't worry, your Poro pal will wait for you. So this was actually initially announced when open beta started, and I was under the assumption that we would all get this Poro cosmetic back then, but we never did. Then again, if I remember correctly, additional cosmetics were not in the game yet when open beta first launched and were added a few weeks later. Anyway, it's good to see that we're getting this now. You can still get this reward if you haven't downloaded the game yet, but make sure you do so and log in by the end of May 7th in order to get it. And finally, what will the rank reset look like? So the end of beta will also bring an end to LOR's first and only beta season. Once we launch, you'll earn a beta season exclusive icon based on the highest tier you reach to commemorate your first climb in ranked LOR. We'll then partially reset ranks for LOR's first post-launch season. So master accounts will drop 800 LP, which is equivalent to 8 divisions. Diamond and Platinum accounts will drop 750 LP, which is equivalent to 7 divisions plus 50 LP. Gold and Silver accounts will drop 675 LP, equivalent to 6 divisions plus 75 LP. And Bronze and Iron accounts will reset to Iron 4. And you'll then have about 2 months to climb as high as you can before the rank reward is granted. Look for more info on the new season in the launch edition of our patch notes. So this effectively means everyone will drop up to a maximum of 2 ranks, since each rank consists of 4 divisions and each division is 100 LP apiece. So if you're Masters, you'll get the biggest drop going back to Platinum 4, which is the bottom of Platinum, and you'll need to climb 2 ranks to get back to Masters. But the drop isn't that much more significant than the other ranks. Even though you drop more LP, it still does actually benefit you to try and climb as high as possible before the open beta season ends, for those of you who have been playing this whole time. Just to give an example, if you're Platinum 3 and wait until the full release to play again, you're going to drop all the way to Silver 3, unless you had 60 LP or more in Platinum 3, in which case you'll drop to Silver 2. But if you climb to Platinum 1, but don't quite reach Diamond and you end up with, say, 60 LP in Platinum 1, then you'll drop to Gold 4 with some LP to start off with. And the 2-month time frame is very interesting to me, and I think I'm going to like this change a lot. Every card game I've ever played has had month-long seasons, and sometimes it can be a little stressful when you have to end up doing an end-of-month push to get to the rank you want. So getting twice as much time is going to feel great for me, and I'm sure other veterans of the genre. And we'll be getting rank rewards as well, but it doesn't seem like we'll be getting anything for open beta season other than the Moonstruck Poro mentioned earlier. I'll be looking forward to the reward structure when that gets released on launch. But that's pretty much it. Nothing else will be changing too much once beta ends. This just means the LOR team is confident enough in their game to launch it to a wider audience, and they'll be looking to get out more content, add more features, and the most exciting thing for me and other content creators, bringing in new players and advertising the game. And we'll still be getting bi-weekly patches, one of those being a balance patch every month. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video today. If you did, feel free to like the video below or even share it with others. Both help to get the video out there to others in the community here on YouTube. Again, I'll be looking to cover the new cards as they're spoiled over the next few weeks. So if you don't want to miss those videos or any other videos I put out, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell icon. Thanks for taking time out of your day to watch this, and I'll see you all soon. Take care.